Hi! The next part of Finance Park for our day is the shopping phase. And for me, this is where you get to have the most creativity, have the most fun. You get to pick the things that you might dream of or things that you would want for your family while you're at Finance Park. So it's kind of fun. We recommend, just like we do with the budget, making sure you pick those high ticket items first, because this is the part of the day where the budget was the estimate, but this is actually spending your Finance Park money. So you have to make sure that you're really sure about what you want to do. So we always recommend doing the things that you need first. So you're going to need housing, transportation, groceries, childcare if you have children, and also insurance and utilities and things like that. So you want to think through all the things that are necessary and all of those associated costs that go with them. Just like we talked about earlier, if you have a car, you need gas and stuff to make the car run. So it works similarly with all the other things like your house and things like that. Anything that goes with it, you want to make sure you're covering all those first before you go and find your cable and your dining out money and things like that. So I'm going to show you my first thing here. I'm going into the housing section because that's what we recommend that you do. And here are all the homes that I am eligible to rent because unfortunately my home loan was declined, which means that I cannot own a home. My credit must be bad. But I can rent a place. So these are my options. And I allocated, I think, about $1,400 for my house. So I actually can choose almost all of these options on here. And when you choose the different items, you really have to think about your family scenario for the day. And on your tablet, you can always click back to this little button that on the top that says Life Scenario. There we go. And there's a beautiful picture. And it's showing me that I have a spouse who works full-time and I have a 2-year-old child. So I want to make sure when I am picking transportation or a house or the childcare, I need to pay attention to that because that'll change that drastically for me. So when I'm picking a house, I want to make sure that I am picking a house that is big enough for all of us to comfortably live in together. So I would probably want at least a 2-bedroom place. And so I'm going to pick one of these really quick. I am going to pick, let's see. I am not sure. I kind of like, this says 3-bed, 2.5 bath, and it looks really cute with a big porch on the front. So I'm going to pick that one. So that's how you would choose what you want. And then I would click down here, save. And now it should show me that I have finished my shopping for housing. Shopping done. Fantastic. So what I would do after this is I would run through all these other costs on there. I would go to transportation and my utilities and things like that. So all the things that I need are going to be covered. And all of them have different pictures like that. Here, I'll show you another one. Even grocery. It's going to show you if I wanted to buy generic food. If I wanted, what is that one called? Name brand. So a little bit more expensive. And they have organic foods. Those pictures are making me hungry. And then the gourmet foods. So it's going to show you all the different choices on here. So all of the categories have that. They're all going to have that listed. The only categories you won't see that for so much are the categories that have already been filled out in your budget. So like I mentioned earlier, savings has already been put in there because I figured at the very beginning of my day how much I want to save. It puts that in there. It also is going to put debt that I have, which was also shared with me at the beginning of my day, my life scenario. So everybody in Finance Park has a credit card debt. And a lot of people that come to Finance Park also have education debt for maybe their college degree or their master's program, things like that. And so those are automatically put into my budget for me because you have to make minimum payments on that. In real life and in Finance Park, you have to make those minimum payments. So those are already in my budget. Those I don't get to pick anything fun for. But everything else, I get to shop for what I would like. And I get to pick what I want and see if all the estimates that I put in my budget are correct or not. So we're going to turn the camera off and I'm going to see how well I did and I'll let you know in the next phase.